Welcome back, veg lovers, to my little garden today. Well, it's a tale of two cities really, or two plots should I say, because we're going to be in my garden and we're also going to be up the new allotment. The allotment I'll probably go to tomorrow and the garden today, but it'll all be on the one video, so you can see what's happening. Now, I've neglected this garden a little bit because obviously the allotment took up a lot more time getting that sorted, trying to get things in quickly before winter sets in. Now, we've had torrential rain yesterday and I have no idea what the allotment's going to be like until we go up tomorrow to see if everything is still there or been washed away. We'll have a look, and we'll have a look at my garden now, which, to be honest, looks like it's been, I don't know, well, neglected really. But what I want to do in the garden today is I want to clean it up a little bit. I generally leave most of it till spring before I clean up, so the insects can overwinter really and have somewhere to live. But some things I will clean up, like the old tomatoes and peppers and things that are lying around here now looking like they've been abandoned, so I'll rip them up and put them in the bin. And also I want to clear out the larger bed, that one, clear out the celery and the what else in there, bits of carrots, all sorts in there, clear that out and make room to put some more onions and garlic in my bed. So I've got these here as well as up the allotment. And I've also got some little cabbages to plant that I've had for a while, so I'm hoping that they'll be okay. So let's have a look what we've got. Right, so the kale has been a little bit moth-eaten, as it was before. Well, literally butterfly-eaten. As you can see, some of these have been well munched on, and some of the stems have really gone. But now we're looking a bit better because we've got, I think the butterfly season is well and truly over now. It's gone a little bit too cold for that. I can't see any more on the back, any more eggs or anything, so I think they've well and truly gone. But you see the middle bits, they're growing through, so it'll be absolutely fine. So never give up, even if they get munched by butterflies or slugs or anything else, because like here we've got new growth coming through, which this will take us through the winter. Next we've got the leeks that are planted. These are growing quite nicely. They are starting to now, the tomato that was in this corner, if you remember, has now gone. So the leeks are coming through, but we've also got in here quite a lot of weeds and nettles and things that I need to pull out. I don't overly do much in the way of weeding, as we know, but I will be getting rid of those because that will just take over if I aren't careful. Over there you can see the tomato frame sort of really collapsed. The rain really collapsed that, but those tomatoes need to be got up now and got rid of. And the same with the climbing beans. The remnants of that needs to be binned or composted, as the case may be. And we've got here the remnants of peppers and chilies, again, that need to be gone. But then I just looked at this, and look at this. I've got a chili that's actually ripening, even though we're in November and it's cold or coolish. We've got a chili that's ripening, so I'll probably take that in actually and let it ripen elsewhere. I'm quite amazed at that. So we've got other little chilies on there that sort of are not doing brilliantly, but that one is starting to ripen. We've still got a couple of peppers on here as well, which is quite surprising. Look at that, some little green peppers. I'll take those in. We'll have those in November, who'd have thought it? In this little cold frame I've got. Then I've got still another bit of kale and some cabbages, which I'm not sure how well they'll survive because they've been in here a while really, because I've been waiting to plant them. But we'll have a go, put them in today. Then we want to get rid of these tomatoes that are in here and bin them. We've got lots of empty beds, lots of empty tubs with just weeds in really. There is the beetroot in there, but I'm not sure how well that will do. We have, I can't even remember what I planted in there. Obviously some lettuce leaf of sorts. I think it's probably something like, oh, what was it that I planted in there? It'll come to me. It will. But I think it's like a chicory. I think that's what it is. One of the chicory types. Obviously nothing in there apart from weeds that need clamping out. We're still doing okay for the chard. That's still doing okay. We're still getting some leaves off that. So that's all right yet. I think we've been taken over. Look at these. They've been taken over a little bit by the weeds. These, absolutely love these for some reason. So I'll need to sort them out. Another empty one that needs clearing out of weeds. There's these weeds everywhere. Now, the thing's gone to seed here, which is quite strange, considering I never even saw I got much in the way of growing here. I mean, we've got some here. This is some leaves, of course, that we could pick. And we've still got a bit of pak choi we could go for there. The main bed, the celery has got a little bit wild. Now what I noticed with the celery is it's very, try it over here. It's very thin. You know, it hasn't really got fat stalks. There's maybe one or two at the back there. So I might get hold of like that. But I need to pick these and get them up now. So what I'll do is I'll pick the best and compost the rest. So I'll keep the fat stalks. Get all the thin stalks away. And we've also, let's have a look how those are doing though. We have got some beetroot here, so we'll take those out as well. Probably a little bit of the snowball turnip, see if those are left, and a couple of carrots. So we're going to get rid of these, clean this bed up to make it so I can put the cabbages in and some onions and garlic. Not as much as last year because I've got them up the allotment as well. We seem to had a bit of a, well, what's happened there? I didn't notice that one from before. So I try not to fall into the pond. Now the nasturtium has really decided to migrate over to there. I'm afraid you're not. Don't you come? It's the trouble with nasturtiums. They do take over if you give them the chance. So we need to give you a bit of a clipping, don't we? So we're going to clip you and sort you out. Everything else just needs a bit of a clear up. But like I say, I generally leave it till spring before I start clearing up things. The only thing I'll do is I will cut down this raspberry bush. I'll take it down to the ground, as I do every year. The rhubarb, I'm going to let it die naturally, with it being its first year, even though it's sort of taken up everywhere. Other things I've already pruned. I pruned the apple tree last month, along with the plums and the fig had a slight pruning as well because it was sort of getting a bit carried away. This bed is just covered in what I do think is probably going to be, I'm still thinking these are going to be foxgloves, which is fine. I like foxgloves, so I'm quite happy they're there. Everything else is very overgrown as autumn has sort of taken hold and has gone rampant, especially with weeds and things. So what shall I do now then? I'll clear this bed out and clear the tomatoes, and I'll see you in a while. There's so much celery. Some nice sticks there. So you can have some of those creeping over.
Need to fill this bed again.
Sorry?
Need to fill the bed again.
I need to put something in it. Just an inch or two, to be honest, compost. Hopefully out of my little bin if there's enough. We'll have a look. Could take up some more spring onions as well, because we've got a few here. So I might just leave them a little bit longer until I need them. And then I'm going to plant the garlic and onions. And this bit, just not many, because we've got plenty up the allotment, hopefully. Fingers crossed when we have a look tomorrow. And this side has got those small cabbages and kale, which I can put on this side just to fill this bed. So that is where we're up to now. Well, the heavens have decided to open, and I will have to probably continue this tomorrow, hope for the better weather. But before I get totally drenched, let me show you what I've done. The bed is now clear. The gloves in there as well. So this bed is clear, ready for planting, which I'm going to have to do tomorrow because it's throwing it down. The tomatoes and everything have gone from that end. It's just a matter of a little tidying up for winter, and then I can plant the cabbages and everything I was going to plant tomorrow in winter before I go up to the allotment. So we'll do that tomorrow, and I will see you shortly. Back into the dry and warmth of the house. As it is absolutely throwing it down outside. So like I say, we have to plant tomorrow in these beds before I go up to the allotment and hope for better weather, fingers crossed. But you know, this is the last bits of the garden in there, besides a few herbs that I've got out there. But celery, loads of it. I think I'll see if any of my friends would like some as well, because it'll go off before I can eat all that. A few carrots, a few beetroots, a little bit of rocket or arugula for my American friends, and that's all right for the beginning of November. I'm happy with that. I can get planting now tomorrow and go and see what's happened to the soaked allotment. I'll see you then. Well, good morning, veg lovers. Back on day 2 now of our little trip to the garden and the allotment. Today is a much nicer day, as you can see. It's sunny. It's supposed to be dry all day, hopefully. And it gives us an opportunity to finish off what I was doing yesterday, which is to plant up the cabbages, onions and garlic, and then nip up to the allotment. And there's something I wanted to plant up there, and we'll see who else is up there as well. So let's get going with the onions and garlic here, shall we? Same as I did up the allotment. I'm going to be splitting these cloves if I can. Gosh, they're a bit harsh. Splitting them like so, and placing that end is the root end of the soil, and a little pointy bit in the top. So I'm just going to put these in now. Okay, I've put the onions and garlic in their positions where they're going to go in, and I'm going to put them in. I've picked the largest cloves I can for garlic to have bigger bulbs, and also the biggest onion bulbs I've got, so that hopefully they will give a larger bulb. Over this side I have got the cabbages lined up ready to go in, and the kale, which will go in these. So I'm just going to pop these in, and then we're going to head off to the allotment. Hi everyone. Well, we're up at the allotment now, and it is still sunny amazingly. It's a bit like a quagmire, which I'll show you in a minute. It is rather wet. But the plan today is we've got Kim and Alex here, who we tried to interview last time we were here, unsuccessfully because it's windy, and it still is windy. So we'll see how that goes, see if we can get any kind of audio from those. But at the moment we're going to plant broad beans. I've got two varieties. I've got the Parmesan, which I grew at home, which I'm not so sure will survive the winter because they're not really more of a spring planting one. And we've got this other variety that we were given here at the allotments, which should go through winter. So I'll put both in and we'll see what happens with them. So I'll just show you the state of the ground first. It's a little bit wet, as can be seen. Got puddles everywhere. Things are growing here. Everything seems to be okay. Everything's still in place. We've still got the kale and cabbages and leeks all growing, and we've still got the salad leaves and things still growing. So yeah, it's fine. You know, we'll see how they grow. They might probably not survive. I'm just going to put in this particular spot here, that's where I'm going to put these broad beans.
What do you want?
Yes. They don't grow very high.
Allegedly.
They don't. Now we have to go. We need probably a couple of levels, so we'll go back up in a minute. We'll just tie this one off first. I'll go up to another level.
It's a nice day today, really.
It's lovely.
Blue skies.
Yes.
Surprisingly, there's not many people here. There's only two couple. Well, me and also another couple. Well, I don't think we need to water anything.
I don't think so.
It's a little bit wet.
I'm going to attempt now to have a word with Alex and Kim, wind permitting. Well guys, we're back on the plot with Kim and Alex, and we'll hopefully try and carry on from where we left on from last time, except things have definitely progressed on the plot itself, as I think everything's growing beautifully. And that little pond is so cute. Now I love what Kim said about the pond. You've added these little yellow ladders because apparently what was happening with them?
The beetles keep diving in and they can't get back out again, so we keep coming into about 10 beetles swimming around the pond, so we've got little ladders so that they can get out again.
So lovely. Now you were talking to me last time, you were talking about, you know, the mental health aspect of being here in the plot and how that was helping.
Yeah, so I think think sometimes when it comes to mental health, you find yourself stuck in the house a lot. You don't really want to go anywhere, you don't really want to do anything. And I think it's the aspect of being able to still sit and not sort of be in a busy place, but you're still outside of the house. So you can still come and sit here, and I just sit and listen to a book or just have a flick through my phone and just enjoy being out of the house. It just makes you feel better.
Yeah, I agree. I think being out in the countryside in general as well makes you feel better.
It gives something to do as well, something to focus on.
Yes.
So we've done a lot over here this weekend. We've built new planters, and Al's just topping up some pathways.
You've got now, yes, 3 plots now, 3. We're growing. When I come back next week, will it be 4 or 5?
3's enough, I think.
We're kind of blocked off now because the next door neighbour's already got one, so but I think it was we had the one and we decided on the second one because we thought if we leave it someone's going to have it and we're not going to be able to have one together. And then last week we looked at the 3rd plot and had a few ideas, didn't we?
What else are you planning with the plots?
So the new one, we've just put some raised planters on so that we can put some potatoes in there.
Yeah.
And we're going to use that side for the veggies mainly, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to have potatoes, carrots, some corn, beetroot.
Wanted some turnips as well. Sweet.
Yeah, some turnips. And then at the bottom we've got a space that's sectioned out for our pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
We're going to do pumpkins and squash there.
Yes.
And then in the spaces we're just going to chaos garden some radishes.
Chaos garden, I love that.
Just really stick the radishes wherever we can stick them because they're quite quick growing, I think, and they don't need a lot of space, so whatever's left space wise we can just
Lots of beetroot as well.
Yeah,
Lots of
beetroot.
people like beetroot.
Yes.
we're looking at planting the things that we eat a lot of.
Yes.
We like a lot of like pickles and chutneys and things like that, so we thought if we focus on like beetroots, onions, we can stock up a lot so that we can use them next year.
Well, this is it. Yeah, because then you can preserve them, keep them as over Christmas, over New Year. Because we've got the hungry patch coming up, haven't we? Of sort of like up to June, where everything it's difficult to know what to eat. Then, isn't it? So it's.
Yeah, I think our goal is by next Christmas, I want to be eating our Christmas dinner from the allotment. So
Yes.
all the veggies we have on the Christmas dinner is what we're going to have grown ourselves.
Yeah, that'd be
The
lovely.
only thing on there that we won't have grown would be the turkey and the gravy.
Yes.
But I want to try for my own stuffing as well, so we've got
All
a
right.
little
Some
herb
sage
garden
and
going. So
yes.
buy veggies from the supermarkets and they don't last very long.
No.
You don't know how long they've been there already. You don't know how they've been grown. And homegrown just tastes better.
It does.
And it
Totally
lasts
agree.
longer.
Yeah.
So that you get more joy out of it.
Yes, I don't know if the wind will have got in the way of that, but Alex was saying it's community, that he likes the community and meeting people. Well, thank you so much for talking to me, and I'll talk to you again when things start growing.
Yeah, fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, guys, we've done what we've come here to do for today, and hopefully it'll be all right for a couple of weeks now. Just have to keep an eye on it and see what happens. I'll show you what we've done. We just turn around the video, just bear with me a second. Well, I've put the broad beans in, and whether this will survive the winter here is highly unlikely, but it was just to protect them for the time being from birds and things, so they didn't pull them out. We'll perhaps do a bit more of a permanent thing next year. It just, if it lasts then good, if not we'll have to try and dig it in a bit further. Well, everything else seems fine. The allotment is very quiet, apart from Kim and Alex up there and another couple that have just turned up. It's still very quiet, but I suppose at this time of year people are thinking more about Christmas and probably closing down their allotments for now. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time, veg lovers. Bye.